Hey everybody, Danny Maude here. Thanks for joining us. Can a simple change to your swing make a massive difference to your consistency and how far you hit the golf ball? Well, this week I had Andrew come and see me. Andrew came for his second lesson. We had a first lesson about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he was out on the golf course and he said to me, Danny, my wife didn't recognize me. I said, I didn't lose any golf balls. I was hitting it further than I ever have done before. He says, it's absolutely brilliant. I just want to keep improving. So I want to share with you what we did with Andrew, because what I'm increasingly seeing on the lesson tee day in, day out, is this one simple fault, which, you know what, anybody, no matter your age or ability, can change. If you make the change, it will make a big difference to your overall consistency. I want to share with you exactly what that is in this week's golf lesson. Now, before I do though, look, if you're new to the channel and this is one of your first videos of mine, please consider subscribing. Press that little bell button, next subscribe button, you get notified every time I release a video just like this one. Plus, look, if you do enjoy the golf lesson, there's a free practice plan in the description box below, completely for free. Just download it and take it to the driving range. Right, so let's get stuck into this. What is this one big thing? It is super simple. All it is your ability to complete your turn. And that is what we did with Andrew. We improved his ability to complete his turn. What do I mean by that? This lead shoulder needs to have the ability to complete its turn, its cycle around the body to a position wherever you can physically get to. Now, you might find that you've got lack of flexibility and you can only swing to about this height. That is fine, but this lead shoulder needs to have completed its maximum cycle for you to achieve your maximum energy and, more importantly, accuracy, okay? If you are more flexible, you can keep traveling this lead shoulder. Now, what does it do? Well, look, if you've wound up here, you've stored energy. But the other thing it allows you to do when this lead shoulder is able to get around, it allows, if you've just pivoted on the way back, you can now simply pivot beautifully on the way down and just repeat it, and it's accurate. But here's what I see, and this is what I saw with Andrew. This lead shoulder didn't move at all. So what happened was this. The club would simply just pick up in the air. And from here, because this lead shoulder hadn't got around, the club never got around here. So all he did was then throw the arms at it and would either hit the ball miles left or put a big slice on it. I've seen other golfers who don't move this lead shoulder. They don't pick it up, but it's still an armsy swing. They swing with their hands and their arms around their body. Now the club comes around here, then the club's stuck behind them. They then sling over the top and then they slice it. I see golfers swinging, you might be one of these, hooks the ball, picks the club up and then drops it inside. Again, all because they're having to rely just on their hands and their arms. But if this lead shoulder can move, we can pivot in a simple arc back look and look on the way down. We can simply pivot on the way through because you've created that simple pivot. But with Andrew, he couldn't do this. He cited his age. He was 65 years old, cited his age and a lack of flexibility. But it wasn't that. He had locked his body. He had locked his legs, he had locked his torso, and he had locked his head. And in locking all those 3 parts, he wasn't able to make a move. And I see this a lot. So what I'm going to share with you right now and help you with this is how you unlock each little section very simply. The lower section here. Let's start unlocking this. This is what we did with Andrew here. I want you here to unlock the lower section. I need you, when you pivot and when you're turning here, I need your lead knee to start to point inwards towards the golf ball. I need your trail leg to actually extend this way. Look at this. It straightens a little bit here. It doesn't go into reverse pivot. So might think, well, it's not going to reverse pivot. No. This is providing space. It's unlocking, look, this section. If you don't unlock this section, you don't unlock the torso. If you don't unlock the torso, the shoulder's locked. It's just going to be your hands and your arms. Just get the sensation, look, of unlocking this lower section here, okay? Lead knee's going in, trail leg is actually extending here. Very simple, all right? Sometimes what you could do is a bit of feedback, nice and simple. Just grab, you do this on a wall, or just grab an old alignment stick, put it on your back side here. I'll do it from this side. And watch here, I'm going to let this starts to slide, this butt cheek here starts to slide this way, wiping the alignment stick. This is providing space, look, for me to naturally turn and unlock the lower body. It's as simple as that. Now, if this is new to you, what I would suggest you do is hit some golf balls doing it. So don't worry about anything else at this stage. Just simply practice getting this lead knee in. You might find it might be helpful to lift your lead heel off the ground as well. That would be, I used to get a lot of players to do that. Really helps. Just literally unlock that lower part of the body. Now I would do this. I'd go pause, feel what it's like, get yourself set, and then hit a few shots. Okay, nothing more complicated than that. Just simply place some balls up there, unlocking that lower section. Once you've done that and that's starting to unlock, it's now time to unlock the torso. Now the torso is very, very simple. Again, what I see when people are unlocking or blocking the torso, this comes from the mindset of everything's got to be still, okay? So in order to unlock the torso, we don't want to be kind of staring at the golf ball. We want to allow ourselves to move. So this, the torso now, look at this. The torso tilts, it doesn't turn. Look, we don't turn like this in golf, we have a tilt. So now as you've kind of, in a sense, got this right leg starting to straighten and extend here, this is going to provide space, look, for this lead shoulder to go down and across. And now look, my lead shoulder's moving, it's able to travel because we've unblocked this section here. So suddenly now, I'm able to go around. The club now is working naturally upwards because I'm working the shoulders on this line. I've unblocked the torso. So again, how do you transfer that into the golf swing? One simple thing I like, one exercise I love, by the way, to kind of feel this, is this to reverse overlap the grip. So I literally swap your hands around. So I've now got my my bottom hand at the top and my top hand at the bottom. And all I'm going to do here is make a few swings, and it will get you the sensation of this lead shoulder naturally working into a tilt. Combine that with the legs, you can actually hit golf balls doing this. I warn you, it's pretty tricky, but it gives you a great feeling, look, of how this is moving away. Look at how far this lead shoulder now is able to travel. It's a great way of feeling it. So try that. The third and final thing to unlock this is, I'm going to grab my cap, 2 seconds. So, to grab my cap here, third and final thing is your cap. Allowing your cap, look, here, to move. So where's my cap line now? It's pointing in this direction. One thing that Andrew said to me, he said, look, are you supposed to keep your head still? And I don't know where this advice came from, but if you keep your head still, you lock your neck. If you lock your neck, you lock your torso. Allowing this freedom for it to move is so, so important. But as with Andrew at the start, it feels a bit out of control. So you're going to have to go with it. So we get ourselves set here. We've unlocked the lower section. We're now starting to unlock the torso, and we're unlocking that cap here, just allowing freedom. Look how far the lead shoulder now has traveled across, and we've stored energy. Now we can just simply pivot through that shot. Let's have a look at this in action. A little bit hooky, that one. Came a bit out of the toe. But all I would do when you're doing this is completely forget about where the ball goes to start with. As I said to Andrew, build a system with this. Feel what it's like, and this is all we did. We built a system for Andrew where you could take to a golf course. So we said, look, what you do, you get yourself set, feel it, go back, and then hit the shot. Simple as that. You simply just keep repeating the shot. I've got a little hybrid here. This works, by the way, for driver, any of the clubs in your bag. Just simply get yourself set each time, working on just building the system up. I'm unlocking my lower body. I'm unlocking my torso. I'm unlocking this head. Everything's unlocking to get that lead shoulder back around to complete my turn. And away we go. So in summary, the simple adjustment you need to make, you must unlock the lead shoulder. Why? It needs to get around so we can store energy. We've got some energy to unwind. 2, it needs to get around, because if we've gone around, we've pivoted. If we pivoted one way, it makes the pivot easy also on the way through. How do you do this? Unlock the lower body first. Allow the lead knee to naturally flow in towards the golf ball. If you have to let your lead heel come up, do it. It feels out of control. Andrew didn't like that initially because it feels completely out of control. Very old-fashioned maybe, he said. But there, get it in. Allow your trail leg to naturally straighten a little bit. This provides space for you to come around. Second thing here, your shoulders, make sure they go into a tilt. They don't go into a turn. If they go into a tilt, you'll easily be able to complete your swing. Again, not putting pressure on that body. And third and finally, allow your head, your cap here is a good guide. Allow it to turn over this section here, so it's pointing over there. And now we're in a position to create a lot more space for that lead shoulder to get around. We can store that energy, we can deliver that club back into that golf ball. So I really, really hope you enjoyed this training. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And remember, you don't have to remember a thing. There's a free practice plan in the description box below. And if you haven't already, I have just launched my Facebook page. Go and check it out. We're going to put some short, very, very short videos on there that are hopefully going to help your game like no end. So of course, look, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. But until next week, have a great golfing week.